Well, we're back in Scotland after our little trip to Detectorist. We've got Fletch, aka Paul, on the right, Marty down on his knees praying and hopefully about to dig something good up, and myself, so just the three of us today. Peter's got the day off, so he's not here. So this field, we haven't really done it much, but we've done the surrounding fields and they've produced some stuff, so fingers crossed, let's see how we get on. Paul's first find is an absolutely whopping bullet. Look at the size of that. I've got no idea what calibre that is. Look at the state of my nails already. Filthy. Anyway, that is a huge lead bullet. Don't know if it's got a special core or not, but it's a beast. Double ridges, and it's definitely hit several things by the looks of it. Any idea what that's been fired from? Almost a small cannon, maybe a 50 calibre. Might be. Maybe. Let us know in your comments. Well done, Polly. A very faint signal for me, which turns out to be a piece of foil. Shows you how good this detector is though at picking out these small finds. Very thin as well. If it was a hammered coin, I certainly wouldn't have missed it. That's what I thought it was when I saw the flash of silver. It's almost like I'm still at Detectorist digging up tinfoil and tin. But anyway, on to the next. Another good signal. Sounds better. Let's see what we get this time. Well, I wasn't expecting something that big, and it really is like I'm still at Detectorist. At first I thought, my god, I hope this isn't something explosive, but I think it's probably part of a hydraulic shock or something like that. Answers on a postcard. So plenty of signals coming up for all of us, but unfortunately they're pretty much all rubbish. Worth a go, coin-like, but we'll see. Don't need a pinpointer for this one. There it is right there. It's quite sandy soil in this field. Looks pretty rough though, this one. No, we've got a head. Right, let's give it a wee rub-a-dub on the trousers and see what we get. We have Georgius V1, George the 6th, who was actually called something like Albert, Frederick, George, if I remember rightly. But he was crowned George the 6th, because it made him sound a little bit more British. So this is also the Queen, the present Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. This is her father. So he took the throne in 1936 when his brother, Edward VIII, abdicated to marry a divorcee. I'm sure you're all familiar with that story. It's not in great condition. These coins never are. They often take on this brown appearance. It is a ship's halfpenny. You can just make out the ship in the middle there. And we've got a date, looks like 4/2, 1942. So during, kind of halfway through the Second World War. So I got a signal here. Didn't sound brilliant, but I thought I'll dig it anyway. And look, my last signal was right there. So I'm not even 2 feet away. And look, it's popped up. I think it's another coin. Maybe a halfpenny, so it might be quite modern, but if it is another coin, then I've equalled the amount of coins that I got in a whole weekend at Detectorist in 3.5 minutes. So let's give it a clean up and see. So I was wrong, it's even more modern than a halfpenny. It's a 5p piece. It's still in circulation today. And you can see the date there, 1990. Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, defender of the faith. And 5p with the thistle with a crown above it. So the other two are amassing an incredible collection of tin cans and pieces of ploughshare. And I've got another signal. Which is this? It's a great big nondescript piece of lead. This one sounds a little bit too good. Could be a silver coin, but I think it's going to be a bit of tin or tin foil. And indeed it was. A huge big piece of aluminium or aluminum just under the surface, so that's why it sounded so good. So another one that didn't sound amazing, however, it's definitely circular-ish, although I think it might be made of lead. Lead button, maybe? It's a lead something. Let's give it a wee clean up and see. A wee rub-a-dub on the trousers. I kind of thought, oh, could it be a medieval spindle whorl? But it's not. It's a lead, maybe a lead washer. Alternatively, it might be the hem of a dress, a weight to weigh down the pleats of a skirt. If it is that, then it's probably 1900s, 1850s. Another reasonable signal. I don't know if there's two signals going on there, but maybe a hint of iron, but we'll see. So there are two signals. That's iron. And that's not iron. I think I can see something right there. And that's it. That's it, but what is it? So cleaned the mud out and straightened it up a little bit, as much as I'm willing to, without damaging it. And I've got no idea what that is. Almost looks like it could maybe be the top of an aerosol can. Well, I've got an old building just 20 metres away from me that dates to the 1600s, so I thought, let's go over in that direction. Turn up some relics, and wow, look at that for a relic. It's a fork. Not particularly old, I wouldn't say. Give it a wee clean up and see if there's any detail on it. So I was hoping for a made in Sheffield, but that must have been further up the handle of the fork. Wee flared decoration there, but ultimately it's rubbish. Well, can you guess what it is? It is a keyhole, hopefully to a long buried treasure chest full of gold coins. But I suspect that the people who lived in the house just about 20 metres to my right hand side at some point 100 or 200 or even 300 years ago took a piece of furniture out into the field that they didn't want anymore and set it on fire. And this is a little lock for one of the drawers on a little writing desk or a little cabinet. Can't seem to track this one down, whatever it is. Oh, there it is. So it's somewhere in here. Oh, what have we got there? That's green. And that's it. What is that? Surely not a musket ball. Is it lead? Doesn't feel heavy enough. Let's give it a wee clean up and see. Oh, I'm lost with this one. Initially I thought musket ball, but it's green and silver, so it's not made of lead and it's not heavy enough. It's flat on one side, almost looks intentionally flat, and it's got a hole there. On the other side, no hole. I've got no idea what that is. So Martin's Chinese takeaway is on the way, so he's off, and he's done better than he did at Detectorville. Yeah. We've been detecting for about an hour and a half, and he's found twice as much as he found in a whole weekend. We've got this buckle, which is iron, probably from a horse bridle or a horse harness, and he got this, which is a lead cord bullet. I've had a few of these off some of the fields over the years. Big bullet. I don't know what calibre that is. someone can let us know. So there you go, that's the extent of 90 minutes of metal detecting for Martin. And then there were two, so that's Marty gone. It's myself and big handsome Paul. It's Garrett AT Pro International versus XP Goldmax Power V4. And we're back on the field that produced all of these lead seals over the last couple of outings, so plenty of it still undone. So let's have a wee zigzag around and see what we get. Part 2. Less than 30 seconds in the field. First hole, first signal. And what is that? It looks like lead. It's circular in shape. I think we're going to have a lead seal. On this side, it is basically blank. However, on this side, you can see two keys, crossed keys. See the loops at the bottom and going off at angles to one another. And I know exactly what that means and where it's from. So this is a lead seal, a flax seal. Would have been attached to bales of flax that were brought here. And this one is from the city of Riga, which is in Latvia. And the crossed keys are on the coat of arms for the city of Riga. So bales of flax that were brought to Perthshire to be milled into linen bed sheets and pillowcases and so on. So that probably dates to 17 into the very early 1800s. Well, Paul's there still swinging away and my Chinese takeaway's ready, so I'm heading home. It's not all gold and silver this week, but did manage 2 coins, and best of all, I can spend the one at the bottom, assuming they actually sell anything that's worth 5p these days. So we got George at the top there, which is 1942 I think it was, or 1943, and his daughter, Queen Elizabeth II, at the bottom. So alongside that I got a mountain of bits and bobs, bits of lead and junk. But yeah, that's it. We're back out, that's the main thing. You've got to be in it to win it. So farewell, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the new subscriptions. See you next time.